it's a bit muddy here. I'm traversing a bit of a muddy pool, so I'm hoping I'm not going to end up in it. Hey folks, welcome to the channel. Today it's all about rucking, a beginner's guide to rucking. Now, rucking has been around for quite a while. Is it a new buzzwordy marketing type thing for the fitness people? Just another way to part you with your cash? Well, kind of, and that's what I'm kind of here to explore today, because I've not really done this as a kind of activity per se. Now, rucking is essentially carrying a heavy pack. Now, I've done plenty of that with hiking and taking groups out into the mountains, carrying a pack, but I've never actually done it as a form of exercise, as a form of fitness. So that's what I'm going to explore today. Now, I've got no specific rucking equipment other than a backpack and some weights, so that's what I'm going to be using today, and I'm going to take you along on the journey. Now, there are some benefits to rucking. Now, why not just go out walking or go out for a run? Well, you could, but I think rucking is going to give you more bang for your buck. You're going to burn more calories if you go walking with a heavy pack, so that's going to be better for you if you are time constrained. So you can go and walk for half an hour, and then you'll get the benefits of wearing a heavy pack, such as building your muscle, bones density, building your bone density. So you're going to get more of those benefits wearing a heavy pack. So why not go running? You will get a lot more benefits from running. So a lot of people can't run, or they don't like running, and it can be stressful on the joints. So rucking could be a way of getting in that strength training without actually putting your joints under undue stress. So they're the main kind of things that has kind of turned me on to this as an activity. So today I've got a rucksack, like I say, and I'm going to be putting some weights in it. I have experimented I've tried putting in kettlebells, I've tried putting in various things. I have got a weighted vest. Now, I've done a bit of walking with a weighted vest, and what I found was that it does bear on the shoulders quite a bit, and your shoulders do start to ache for a while. So I've decided to put the weighted vest into the rucksack, and that's what I'm going to be using today. So let's see how we get on. Yeah. Okay, so we've been going about 10 minutes or 15 minutes. I say we, because I brought my little companion with me, my training partner. And I've seen some benefits already. My heart rate is higher than it would be if I was walking, but lower than if I was running. So it's around about 110, which is great. It's in that sweet spot, which hopefully is going to help me with my base running phase, if you like. So being able to go for longer with a lower heart rate. So that's good. I can feel it in my shoulders, even though my backpack has got a waist strap on it. I've got that tightened up. I do feel it in my shoulders, so that's aching a little bit. And I reckon as we go longer, that's going to start hurting. And I can feel it in my glutes as well, my bum. So so I can feel as though I'm having a workout, more so than if I was just walking. I'm carrying about 16 kg, so I have a 20 kg weights vest, which you can take out weights, increments of 1 kg weights in there. So I took a few of them out, took 4 out. So I'm carrying 16 kg, which, I'm used to carrying that much, or I was used to carrying that much in the hills. But this is more of I think rucking as an activity, as an exercise, should I say, is more about sustained activity for a period of time. So I've set myself 5k today, so I'm treating it like a 5k run. So I'm going out blasting it around in 5k with the weight, and then I'll get my stats and see where I'm at after that. So so far so good. I'm actually quite liking it. Yeah, I think it's obviously going to take me longer to do than I would a run, so there is that to factor into it, but so far I am kind of sold on this idea. So this is a beginner's guide, and if you are a complete beginner to exercise, I wouldn't be jumping straight in, popping 20 kg in a rucksack and trying to walk as far as you can. I would just get consistency with walking. That would be your first starting point, with nothing on your back at all. Just getting used to getting out walking for 30 minutes, for 45 minutes, round the block, around your local trails, that kind of thing. Once you are consistent with that, and you can do that happily, then you can up your game a bit and start doing some lighter weights in a rucksack. And you reckon in 5 kgs in a bag, you don't really feel it on your back, so that might be a good place to start. 5 kgs, so that would be a couple of big water canisters, a few water canisters, 2 litre water canisters filled up with water, or one of those big square 5 litre water canisters. You can buy them for a couple of quid. Chuck them in a rucksack and you're laughing. Once you've done that consistently for a while, then you can start to up the weight a little bit, and the time as well, so you can have a play around with that. Higher end, which I don't know if I'm going to be going higher end. They have all these in America, they have all these Go Ruck events, and there's even a company I think called GoRuck.com, and they make special rucking rucksacks, so to speak, and they cost about £200, and then you've got to buy the weights to go in them as well. So I don't ever think I'll be going down that route, but certainly shoving me weights vest in a rucksack, it's a bit muddy here. I'm traversing a bit of a muddy pool, so I'm hoping I'm not going to end up in it. So that's the kind of guide if you're a beginner. If you've got a rucksack just hanging around, then put some water canisters in it and see how you go. Start off gentle at first. Okay, what to wear while you're out on your ruck or your hike, whatever you want to call it. I've gone for a hybrid kind of running, hiking setup. I've gone for hiking boots with jogging bottoms and just a running t-shirt with a couple of layers over the top of that. And it is quite cold here, not that cold as it has been. It's about 6 degrees and I am quite warm now. I could probably lose this jacket, and the handy thing is I've actually got a rucksack to put it in. How cool is that? So so a few layers like you would, more layers than probably running, but not as many as if you were just going out for a walk. Not your big padded coat, because you will get warm, and if you're carrying a pack, you're working quite hard. So same things as far as hats and gloves go as you would any walk or run. So it's just getting a bit wild and woolly out there. It's just started raining, so I thought I'd just come in here just to summarise the few points from my ruck. So on the whole, I did enjoy it. It was good fun, hard work. I found it challenging, so that's a good thing. What I found was that I liked most about it was when I run, I really struggle to get into that zone 2, that sweet spot. My heart rate is always up around the high 130s, you know, and I talk around to my friends and who are experienced runners, and they say you need to go slower. So I find myself going at a shuffle, which I find is not my natural pace, and it's really uncomfortable. So I end up walking, and then when I walk, my heart rate goes down to like 90, early 90s. So I really struggle to find that balance in my running. So with the rucking today, my averages were around about 110. So which is great. You know, it keeps my heart rate up that level, not too high, and I sustained that for an hour, and it was great. And I felt as though I'd done a bit of work at the end of it, which is a good thing. So so yeah, I think I will continue with it. Now I'm going to start off, I think, once a week with a ruck, and I will replace one of my runs with it. So I do like running. But I find at my age, I struggle a little bit with recovery from running. So so this is something that I'm hoping will give me a little bit more longevity and allow me to push myself a little bit more. What I don't want to do is to get rid of my strength training. So I'm going to keep that up, but maybe drop one strength session around my rocking, especially for lower body. And I'm going to also experiment with timings, maybe carrying a heavier pack for less time, and just to see how that goes. But overall, positive experience, and I urge you to go out and give it a go. And let me know in the comments how you get on. So until next time, bye for now.